Hello, I'm Merle Purvis. Thanks for taking time to visit this exhibition. We need your help in creating a master plan to allow us to make the best use of the resources at Shelby Farms Park in ways that respect the natural environment. We want to know what you like, dislike, or would change about each of the 3 designs you're about to see. In April, when the Shelby Farms Park Conservancy selects the final master planner from these 3 teams, the planner will use your feedback and maybe elements from all 3 designs to create the final plan. But before you view the designs, here's some important information to help put things in context for you. Shelby Farms started as a forest, and then the forest was cut down to create farmland. And then it became a prison farm before finally being turned into a 4,500-acre park. For years, debate raged over whether and how to develop the park.
If it wasn't for the early citizens that really stood up to protect the park, I think you might see a very different landscape there today. There could be tall buildings, office buildings, massive roadways that went through. Really, the Friends of Shelby Farms Park deserves a lot of credit for allowing the park to be protected until today, when we can now, as a community, allow it to achieve its full potential.
Shelby County put the nonprofit Shelby Farms Park Conservancy in charge of the park and passed legislation prohibiting commercial development or sale of the land.
Basically, it puts to rest all of the major controversies that have dogged that beautiful piece of God's work for so many years.
With Shelby Farms permanently protected as a park, the Conservancy started looking for ways to make it better for this generation and the next.
So many people my age are always talking about, oh, I can't wait to leave Memphis. I'm never coming back. I don't want to live here. I can't do it. Hopefully, with this park, that can change that attitude towards our city.
Whenever you travel and you say you're from Memphis, people immediately say, oh, Elvis, Beale Street, barbecue, the blues. We'd like it to be where they also will chime in and say, Shelby Farms Park.
So the Conservancy launched a global search for the best park planners. You're about to see the results.
From a big pool of talent, we selected 3 really internationally known planners who are now competing to be chosen for the final product. These 3 planners would make anybody's top 10 list of experts in landscape design, park planning, urban planning, and community.
And the Shelby Farms Conservancy, which is running the competition, has the right to any idea that comes along. So if there's one good idea, but we choose to go with a different designer, we can still use the idea. And that allows us to pick and choose the best possible things for Memphis.
Our priority is to retain the scale of the place, to keep it big. And so we call it one park, but within the one park we're proposing 1 million new trees. The new trees are important for the new ecological health of the park over time and to diversify the sorts of spaces and amenities the park will have. And 12 new landscapes. And these 12 new landscapes are very specific, distinctive, scenic landscapes, meadows, the range, the outback, the lake, the hills, and each of these distinctive landscapes offers very specific amenities for certain user groups to come and do certain activities. We have a large area for public art and a range of amenities for children and for families and for individuals coming here for exercise, recreation, and delight.
We began to hone in on a couple things. One of them is the notion of water, harvesting water from the river to create what we think is this incredibly exciting series of lakes. And then the second thing that we did was how could we make it several parks within a park. There are 6 houses that cluster a program around each one of them. There's the sports house has a cluster of outdoor and indoor recreational programming. There's a lake house that has a lot of water activities from swimming to boating. There's the agricultural house. that really pulls together all the missions that are going on in the agricultural center at this point in time. The pump house is where the water is brought up from the Wolf River into the overall lake system. It's also where your kayak would come up from the river and then enter into the lake center. And we have a tree house further down near the amphitheater. And then finally there's the river house, which really sort of celebrates the ecology of the river and the history and culture of the river.
And I think that the act of farming, the principle of cultivation, for us came to be a really key and important way of working here. And in this case, it's not just limited to food crops, but other crops that are of benefit to the city of Memphis, in our using that metaphor. And we thought that one of the really key crops that we could develop here was, in fact, locally grown organic food. And that not only would this stimulate a whole new industry in Memphis by having a farm managed right on the site, but that it would begin to also potentially transform some of the habits of diet. Another key crop that we thought was important was the music scene in Memphis. So we're offering a facility that would kind of combine music and performance with studios and kind of a social space for musicians to get together and to be on stage right there and to hold events. Art is a really important crop here. We'd love to be able to generate art all over the site.
We're blessed to have great planners, and we want their thoughts, ideas, and input. But we also are going to insist upon the thoughts, ideas, and input of the ultimate end users be incorporated in now.
Don't you want to have some say-so in what we do out there? How we build, where we put the pathways? Don't you want to have something to say about that? This is everybody's opportunity.
Tell us what you like. Tell us what you hate. Tell us what you wish you saw that you didn't see. This park should and will be a gathering place that brings together the diversity that makes Memphis a beautiful place, that gives us an opportunity to bond as a community.
So it's extremely important for us to have our input, to come out and say, oh yeah, man, I was a part of that. I helped create that idea,
Something that seemed ordinary is going to become extraordinary. And the people of Memphis are going to be able to see this process taking place in front of their eyes.
I think that everybody is going to be able to find something in the plans that they like. And I believe that this is going to be a new kind of park based on sound principles of health and environmental stewardship and youth development. And I believe that this will put Memphis on the map. This amazing 21st century park in the heart of Memphis, Tennessee, Shelby Farms.
Now, after you view the 3 design plans, you'll have an opportunity to fill out a questionnaire about what you've seen. You can also submit feedback later online at shelbyfarmspark.org. Now remember, we want to know what you like and dislike in each plan. We're not asking you to choose one plan over others or rank the designs, because the final master plan can incorporate the best from all 3 designs. On behalf of the Shelby Farms Park Conservancy and the Memphis and Shelby County governments, thank you so much for taking time to give us your thoughts and comments.